This is America Under Fire, an in-depth examination of recent shootings in the USA, the lives affected, and the search for solutions. According to data from the Gun Violence Archive, there were over 43,000 incidents of gun violence in the United States in 2021, resulting in more than 22,000 deaths and 42,000 injuries. The problem has only worsened in recent years, with 2022 and 2023 showing a horrifying surge in gun-related incidents. Some of the most devastating shootings in recent years include: March 16, 2021, Atlanta, Georgia, a gunman killed 8 people, including 6 Asian women, in a series of shootings across 3 different spas. The suspect, a 21-year-old male, was arrested and charged with multiple counts of murder. The attack brought attention to the alarming rise in anti-Asian hate crimes across the country. March 22, 2021, Boulder, Colorado, a gunman killed 10 people, including a police officer, at a King Soopers grocery store. The 21-year-old suspect, armed with an assault-style weapon, was taken into custody after a brief standoff. The incident sparked renewed discussions on the need for stricter gun control laws. April 15, 2021, Indianapolis, Indiana, a former employee killed 8 people and injured several others at a FedEx facility before taking his own life. The 19-year-old had previously been flagged by law enforcement due to concerns over his mental health. This tragic event highlighted the importance of mental health support and intervention in preventing gun violence. August 4, 2021, Plymouth, United Kingdom, a lone shooter killed 5 people, including a young girl, before taking his own life in a quiet residential area. The 22-year-old perpetrator had a history of online radicalization and misogyny, raising questions about the role of online extremism in inspiring acts of violence. October 6, 2021, Collierville, Tennessee, a disgruntled employee killed 2 people and injured 12 others in a workplace shooting at a Kroger grocery store. The 29-year-old shooter was later found dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. This incident raised concerns about workplace safety and the need for improved conflict resolution resources. February 25, 2023, Newark, New Jersey, a gunman opened fire in a shopping mall, killing 7 people and injuring several others. The 34-year-old suspect was later apprehended by law enforcement. The incident renewed conversations about public safety, mental health, and responsible gun ownership. Behind every shooting are the innocent victims and the survivors forever marked by trauma. According to a report by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, firearm injuries are the 3rd leading cause of death among children and teenagers in the United States. The report also found that the majority of firearm-related deaths are homicides. To comprehend the reasons behind these senseless acts, we must examine the lives and motivations of the perpetrators. In each case, a complex web of factors contributed to their decision to commit such heinous crimes. These factors include mental health issues, a history of violence, radicalization, and ease of access to firearms. By understanding these root causes, we can work toward preventing future incidents. Experts agree that the motivations of shooters can be complex and multifaceted. For example, in the case of the 2021 shooting in Indianapolis, the shooter had a history of mental health concerns and had previously been flagged by law enforcement. Similarly, the suspect in the 2021 Atlanta shooting had a history of addiction and sexual addiction, which may have contributed to his targeting of Asian-owned spas. In addition to individual factors, the ease of access to firearms in the United States has been a contributing factor to the frequency and severity of mass shootings. According to a report by the Council on Foreign Relations, the United States has the highest rate of civilian gun ownership in the world, with an estimated 393 million guns in circulation. The report also notes that there is a strong correlation between the number of guns per capita and the rate of gun deaths. As the nation reels from these tragedies, a contentious debate over gun control ensues. Many demand stricter regulations, such as universal background checks, closing the gun show loophole, and banning assault-style weapons. Others fiercely defend their right to bear arms, citing the Second Amendment and concerns about personal safety. This polarizing issue lies at the heart of America's struggle to confront gun violence. The debate over gun control in the United States is one of the most contentious and divisive issues in the nation. Those who advocate for stricter regulations argue that the current system is too lenient and allows dangerous individuals to easily obtain firearms. On the other hand, opponents of gun control argue that it would infringe on their Second Amendment rights and that law-abiding citizens should not be punished for the actions of a few bad actors. Despite the deep divide on this issue, there have been some recent developments in gun control legislation. In 2021, the House of Representatives passed 2 bills that would expand background checks for gun purchases, including closing the gun show loophole and requiring background checks for all private sales. However, these bills have yet to pass the Senate and face opposition from some Republican lawmakers. Furthermore, some states have taken matters into their own hands by passing their own gun control laws. For example, in 2018, Florida passed the Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School Public Safety Act, which includes measures such as raising the minimum age for purchasing firearms, implementing a waiting period for purchases, and allowing law enforcement to temporarily confiscate firearms from individuals deemed a threat to themselves or others. Despite the challenges, there are those working tirelessly to end the cycle of violence. From addressing mental health issues and providing support to at-risk individuals, to implementing gun safety education programs and advocating for policy reform, these are the voices seeking change and proposing solutions to prevent future shootings. One solution being proposed is to focus on mental health. Studies show that a majority of gun-related deaths in the U.S. involve individuals with mental health issues. Advocates suggest increasing access to mental health services and providing better mental health support could be an important step in preventing gun violence. Some communities have implemented programs to address mental health concerns, such as partnering with mental health professionals to offer support to those in need. Another solution is to focus on education. Advocates suggest that teaching individuals how to safely and responsibly handle firearms, as well as educating the public about the dangers of gun violence, could be an important step in reducing gun-related incidents. Some schools have implemented gun safety education programs, and some communities have launched awareness campaigns to promote responsible gun ownership. Policy reform is also a major area of focus. Many advocates are calling for stricter gun control laws, such as universal background checks, closing the gun show loophole, and banning assault-style weapons. Others argue that such laws infringe on their Second Amendment rights and that more focus should be placed on enforcing existing laws. The debate over gun control remains contentious, but both sides agree that some form of policy reform is necessary to prevent further tragedies. Ultimately, preventing gun violence will require a multifaceted approach that addresses the root causes of gun-related incidents. By working together to address mental health issues, promote education, and advocate for policy reform, we can create a safer future for all. In the wake of tragedy, communities across the nation have shown incredible resilience, coming together to grieve, heal, and rebuild. By sharing their stories and experiences, they foster hope and determination to create a future free from the scourge of gun violence. Communities have organized vigils and memorials to honor the victims of shootings, and many have launched initiatives to support survivors and their families. Some communities have also implemented programs to promote gun safety and responsible gun ownership, such as partnering with law enforcement to offer firearm safety training courses. Through their resilience and determination, communities have shown that even in the face of tragedy, hope remains. As we continue to work towards a future free from gun violence, their stories serve as a powerful reminder that change is possible. As America continues to grapple with gun violence, the question remains, what will it take to bring about meaningful change? In the wake of each tragedy, the nation mourns, reflects, and debates, yet the search for answers continues. In America Under Fire, we have explored the complexities of these issues, and we hope this will contribute to the ongoing conversation surrounding gun violence in the United States. Thank you for joining us on this journey through some of the most devastating shootings in recent U.S. history. We encourage everyone to continue engaging in thoughtful discussions and advocating for solutions that promote safety, understanding, and compassion. In the face of these tragedies, it's crucial to come together as a community to support one another, honor the memories of the victims, and strive towards a safer and more peaceful future for all. Let us unite in our efforts to create lasting change and prevent these senseless acts of violence from occurring again.